Hello everybody, this is Kathy, and thanks for stopping by. I'm here today with episode 3 of my junk journal page layout. So stay with me if you're interested. I'm going to give you the measurements of what you're going to need paper-wise. Make sure I have it all in frame. I think I do. You're going to need 3 pieces, preferably double-sided cardstock. That's what my measurements are going to pertain to. If you don't have double-sided cardstock, you're going to need a couple of pieces of some of the measurements. You're going to need 1 piece at 12 by 10. And I'll show you these as we go along. And I'll also give you the measurements as we go along. So 1 piece of 12 by 10. 1 piece of 2 by 5. Actually 2.5 by 5. And that is this piece here. And this is a flip that's going to go and flip around the front. If you want to take a screenshot of that, then I will tell you the measurements as we go through. Okay? Let's get started. Gonna need some glue, scissors, or your cutter, and possibly some eyelets later. I use a 3-inch circle punch in a bit, so you might want that. I'll move that over to the side. Once you have your 12 by 10 inch paper, it's 10 inches wide by 12 inches tall. So essentially what you're doing is you're taking your double-sided piece of cardstock and you're cutting off 2 inches on one side. You're going to score it halfway on both sides, and you're going to end up with something that looks like this. Then what you want to do is I cut right through here. So you're going to cut up until the first fold line. And you're going to fold it back up. Okay? Now, you're going to need a 2.5 by 5 piece. That was this. And you're going to score it at 1/2 inch. Score and fold. And once you score and fold it, you want to cut the corners off. And this is making your hinge. Paper I'm using is by Graphic 45. I had it left over, so thought I'd use it. I really tend to stay away from the bright colors. But, so after you score it and fold it and clip the corners, you want to put glue on that flap, if your glue comes out. Grr, grr, she says. Let's try again. There we go. You're gluing that between the pieces that you cut apart. Okay? Well, I'm going to trim mine over here just a bit. Next thing I want to do, I want to open this up, and I'm going to put 2 small pockets right up here. The pockets measure 1 1/4 by 2. 2 inches wide and 1 1/4 tall, just like that. I'm going to take my circle punch and I'm going to cut a notch. You always know when your circle punch, there's a line halfway. That's showing you the halfway mark to make your notch. And the reason I'm telling you this, because I was like, never knew that. It took me about 6 months as I was crafting to realize it. Okay, and I'm going to glue these on, but I am going to ink them up a bit. Now I'm using Vintage Photo. I have a tendency when I'm using these colors to use black soot, but I didn't have any available. And the only reason I do this is to not make them look aged, but just they stand out a bit and it gives it a little interest. So I'm putting glue just like that around 3 sides. And I'm putting these as close to the bottom as I can get without touching that score line. And the same on this side. Whoops. This one's a little low. I definitely want them to match. Okay. I'm also going to round the corners. And if you have this, I'm rounding it on the 1/4 inch side. You don't have to. I just like the way it looks. Okay. Next, we're going to turn that over. And I'm trying to follow my prototype. Well, before we turn it over, I'm going to cut out a scallop circle that's going to go here. And I think I already have it cut out. Yes, I do. And it's right here. And on this, I'm putting the glue just on the outer, almost bottom 1/4, like that. Tip it off to the side a bit. Those that know me know I don't like matchy-matchy, so this is really kind of going against my grain, but I love the colors. Okay, we're on the next page. What I want to do here is we're going to glue this together. And I'm going to put glue down the side and across the bottom, on this side. And on the other side, we're putting glue merely on the bottom. Because this is going to have a side loading pocket. Okay. So far we have the base. Next, right away we're going to put something in this pocket up here. And what you're going to need is, let me put all this away, is a piece that measures 8 by 4. So 8 inches tall by 4 inches wide. And you're going to score it or fold it down the middle so it becomes a 4 by 4 card. Okay? And on your 4 by 4 card, you're going to place a tab. Now you can have your card open like this, and if you were doing that, I would put the tab on the outside, on the back, so that when it opens, you're not obstructing. If you put it here, you can do that, but it's going to be hitting that back every so often. So I would go ahead and put it there, which is what I'm going to do. Oh, I was going to do that, but I put the glue on the wrong side. Glue has to go on this side. Okay, and it's going to go right there. So that can still open up, just like that. And I'm going to slip that in the pocket we created. Now, if you want, you can put a notch. I'm not going to. I kind of like it as a kind of a secret pocket. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put some corner pockets over here. And let me find them. I'm going to put one here. I'm actually going to move it up a bit because I didn't leave enough room. Let me see. Let me see. I'll have to put it like this. That's fine. Okay. So just for measurements purpose, this is 5 inches wide and 6 inches tall. 5 by 6. And these are the corner pockets for the inside of your little flippy thingy. then for this, I'm going to glue down the sides. Put it right close to that score line, but don't go over it. This one, I'll show you what we're doing at the bottom of this one. The bottom of this one, I'm putting, I want to make sure I'm not using the wrong things. I think this goes here. Yes. You want to strip that's 1 inch by 5 inches, 1 inch by 5 inches. And I am going to put a little notch in this one. I want to make sure I get it in the center. I'm just going to squeeze that just a little bit. And your hole punch has a little arrow in the front as well to let you know. And I put a very small notch because it's not so thick. You know, it's only 1 inch. And the reason I want to cut this out, put this down, make sure it lines up with this one, because I can go over this just a bit, just like that. So I'm going to put this down. And I'm not putting it right at the bottom. I'm putting it up just a bit. And then this little pocket, I'm gluing down the 3 sides. It'll be a cute little tuck spot. Okay. So next we have a belly band to go in here. That's going to be just like that. I think I will use this side because it picks up that craziness over there. And what might be nice is I have this little color. That I will use as well. And I'll make this a little tuck. And make this the belly band. Okay, next we're going to make the card that goes in this pocket. And for that, you need a 5x4 rectangle. And I think I'm going to round the corners. You don't have to. And I'm going to put a tab on this as well. And I think I'm going to use it this way so that folks could write on the back without me having to put any additional journal paper on the back. Okay. Now we're going to make the piece that goes in here, and it's going to be a little fold out tag. So this measures 6 by 5.5. So 6 inches wide, and you're going to fold it in half at 3. And it's going to be 5.5 inches tall. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to fold it, not going to crease it, and I'm going to cut off the corner so it looks like a tag. And then here, only in one side, I'm going to use this to make the hole for the ribbon. Okay, and on this tag on the front, I'm going to try to find my little sample. I'm going to put 2 little pockets. I'm going to put one here and one here. I'm going to cut my, and these measure 3 by 2 1/4 and 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. And we're going to put those just like that. And then when I do this, I don't know what I was going to say. I always stop in the middle of my sentences. Oh, I was going to say my dog's going to start barking in a minute. I don't know why I started it up there. I'm going to put it down at the bottom. And this is going to go right on top. There, just like that. And then on the inside, I'm going to put a flap over here. And this flap is 1 inch by 5 inches. It's going to go right up here. I'm actually putting it with the flowered side down so you can't really see it. I'm just going to put glue on one side. I can tuck something in there. And then I have another little piece that I'm actually going to notch. Oop, need a bigger notch than that. Ink it up. And going to glue down the three sides. Okay, and on this side, this is going to be 2 corner pockets, just like this, making sure it still closes. And this is 3 inches at the bottom and 4 inches, so it's 3 by 4. And another one we'll put kind of in the middle. That goes there. And you fold this up, and that goes here. I actually don't like this green, but I think I can cover it up with something. Okay, so that's the basics of this. I think it's pretty cute. Now I'm just going to add a few things to decorate it. Let me fold this well. Okay, let's see what we've got here that we can decorate. I think we can decorate the front of this card. Got stuck together a little bit. Ooh, I like that. This image of the little girl came from Pink Monarch Prints. Add some yellow ribbon, just because I can. And we'll go right behind this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my sewing machine quickly and sew it. I do want this to go over the edge just a bit. I will be right back. Okay, I sewed around the picture of the little girl. It's cute. Was able to get a little lace in there. That makes me happy. Okay, and I think I'm going to also put an eyelet in here. Okay, and I want to dangle a little charm. I think this one. Oh, the gold one would be pretty. This one. Okay, so that can hang kind of right over there. Cute. And then inside, I'm going to put some piece of journal paper. Okay, just to let you know, this ends up being 7 1/4 by 3 1/2. And I'm going to round the corners. Okay, now if I had to do this over again, I would have sewed this in, but creating on the fly didn't lend itself this time to that, which is okay. You want to make sure that you're putting glue along the folds. Oh, in case you missed my last video, I made these little charms. They're simply 1-inch cutouts of cardstock that I stamped on. I inked around the edges, and then I colored them in a little bit. Okay, I do still want to use this because I like it. So I'm going to put it in here along with this pretty card. And let's think about this one. Maybe we'll put this pretty girl on here. She kind of fits in. And round the corners of this. And I am going to sew this on. I will be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. And this is going to go right in there. Get rid of some of this. Okay, let's think about this now. Do I dare put this big old butterfly there? Here's a smaller one. Yes, I do. I can cover up that green. That will make me happy. Okay, let's see. Like this, because I like the color. We'll put that there. Little ticket. And another little ticket. And another one. Okay. I like this one. No. And I like this because it'll bring out the blue in that tag I'm using. Little too big. That's good. Pretty. Something over here. Okay, so we have something for this. Chock full of stuff. Now we need something for this one. And I just saw something in here that was kind of interesting. think these might be stickers. We'll have to find out later. Let's see. Like that. Also like that, rather than that. Okay, now we need something here and something here. So I'm going to cut this. I think it's the right color. And like this. How about a flower for there? Pretty. Okay, let's see what we've got. This, oh, I need two little things here. I have some smaller things. I'm gonna look somewhere else. Whoopskies. Come on. See what you got here. Let's need some glue. Okay. You gotta do what you gotta do. Can go there. There. Everything here. This is set. I think I have to glue this down. Okay, that's going to go in there when it dries. Then we have this tag. It needs a little string. And there was a string on something that I saw. Never to be heard from again. I see a string. There we go. And this goes back here. That shows there. See what this says. Own your own dreams. We can skip that one. And, oops, I forgot this one. Place right on the back. And we are set. I hope you enjoyed this episode number 3 of my junk journal page layout. Well, thanks for joining me, and see you again next time. Have a great one. Bye.